Finding out the reason that Dr. Disrespect was banned was not on my 2024 bingo card. Great googly moogly, it's been a wild couple days. For context, Dr. Disrespect, you know what? I'm going to refer to him by his real name because he's not actually a doctor. Herschel was at one point in time one of the biggest streamers on Twitch. And then one day his stream just ended.
We'll get through this Champions Clip. I know it's a tough... life's weird right now. We'll get through this, okay? And
Hey, Christopher.
Dun dun dun. You better not taunt me.
fuck.
Twitch then ended their contract with him, going as far as refunding anybody that had subbed to him. Nobody knew why Twitch would end their relationship with one of their biggest stars. For years, this was this total mystery. I mean, we had a better chance of a meteor striking the Earth and wiping out humanity forever before we would ever find out why Herschel was banned. That wasn't until June 21st, 2024, when an ex-Twitch employee would give us this little nugget of information.
He got banned because got caught sexting a minor in the then-existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read in plain text. Case closed, gang.
I guess I'm less surprised that he talked to minors and more surprised that I was right about him. I called this back in 2020 when he was banned. I mean, look at this goofball. Even when he removes the stupid outfit, he looks like the kind of guy who either shoots porn or is on the registry. Now, on the surface, this tweet is kind of innocuous. It's just an allegation. Former employee or not, I can get on Twitter and say whatever I want. But the internet did its thing, the tweet got picked up, and it was retweeted a whole bunch of times. And Herschel responded with this tweet.
Listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can say, since this is the fucking internet. I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal. No wrongdoing was found. And I was paid.
Which is really cryptic, and I don't know about you, but if I was accused of being inappropriate with a minor, I wouldn't be trying to downplay the situation. That Monday, the game studio he was a co-founder of sent out this tweet.
On Friday evening, we became aware of an allegation against one of our co-founders, Guy Beahm, aka Dr. Disrespect. We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved. And in order to maintain our principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Guy Beahm immediately. While these facts are difficult to hear and even more difficult to accept, it is our duty to act with dignity on behalf of all individuals involved, especially the 55 developers and families we have employed along with our community of players.
Herschel was streaming at the time.
How we feeling, Doc? Says Roy. I'll be honest, I'm feeling a little fatigued. You guys showing up. I appreciate you guys. When shit like this happens over the weekend, and it just kind of like I'm actually tired of being on social media, and I've expressed that over the years, champs. I just, I've always kind of hinted like it'd be nice to get off and just completely separate, right? Go live in Costa Rica or something.
Then finally, Herschel dropped the bombshell. He admitted to it. I'm not going to show the entire tweet. You can read it yourself. He rambles a bit. I will, however, show some of the key points.
Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me.
This line right here, this attempt to downplay the situation as if it's no big deal, it's a tactic taken from the Predator's handbook. Every guy who was ever caught on To Catch a Predator has said this line with beer and condoms in their hand. We call this the Colleen Ballinger defense. Herschel, you might as well whip out a ukulele and sing us a stupid song at this point.
It's me. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband and a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit.
He edited this tweet. In his first draft, he included the word minor. Then he took out the word minor, and then people called him out for it, so he had to put the word back in. I don't know, Herschel, but that doesn't sound like you're taking responsibility or owning up to your shit. Then we have the chef's kiss of this entire tweet.
To all my haters that live and breath social media with zero real-life experience, I don't give a fuck about you. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine. But I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made this mistake all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear. Yeah, fucking right.
I really want to know what you mean here. Like, how does this fit into anything? What does chatting with a teenager have to do with a person having no real life experience? Your haters? You mean anyone who isn't just down with some 40-year-old goofball fuck texting minors? Herschel, I don't think anybody's hating on you for talking to a teenager because they're chronically online. I think they're hating on you for talking to a teenager because you're a 40-something-year-old man talking to a teenage. I hope that clears that up for you, bud. Not only is it really fucking weird to try and play the victim here. Oh, people want to get rid of me. Oh, I'm not going anywhere. Okay, you're a weirdo. I guess we can't make you go anywhere, but are you aware of the kind of people that are going to support you after this? Like, I really don't know what you're expecting here, Herschel. You're not going to have an audience to come back to, man. And if you do, you're not going to want them. Or maybe you will. I don't know. You were the one messaging a minor, so I can't speak for you. I don't know about you guys, but this statement reads to me like somebody basically saying, I was doing something I knew I shouldn't have been, and thankfully for me and my legal standing, I was caught before it could go anywhere. Herschel, you're a grown man who's a millionaire, whose job revolves around being social with connections that most people would dream of having. And you're telling me the best companion you can find is a teenage girl on Twitch? That's all it was? Just some friendly conversation? And that's all it was ever going to be? That's really fucking hard to believe, my man. Not gonna lie. What really gets me is mentioning the whole no intentions thing in the first place. Because come on, guys, if you're talking to somebody about day-to-day things, would there ever be a question about whether or not there are intentions behind those messages? No. Whether or not a message has intentions is a question only asked about a very specific kind of message. We all know what those messages are. Again, you're outing yourself here, Herschel. For the last 4 years, you've gaslit your audience into believing that this was Twitch's fault you got banned. You sold it like you were the little guy taking on City Hall, but it turns out you were banned for being a 40-year-old creep with a porn stash and a stupid name. I hope you lose everything. I really do. You don't deserve a platform. In passing, I leave you with a final thought. Don't form parasocial relationships with streamers. They don't care about you, and they don't know you. Also, don't litter. Drink lots of water. Also, eat your Wheaties, and remember that the Dark Lord Cthulhu is always watching. That's all I have for you today. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like button. Maybe consider subscribing, or don't. You're an adult. You can make your own life choices. Have a good night.